Hello everyone and welcome back. That's right, we're doing CDEC Youth going up against Newbie game number 2, Wagga. Before we start, I want to give a big apology to the people who are watching right here on this stream. We missed the end of game number 1. It was because we had a layering delay error, is the way I'm going to say that.
There was a technical screw up.
Yes. I have since fired that part of myself.
Yes.
And replace it with another part of myself.
It's the new Toby.
It's the new one. We are
one.
back for game number 2. This time the delay should be corrected. That was the reason why we actually had the issue, was us correcting the delay. And then the server saying, we're not going to stream anymore. And we missed the last 5 minutes of game number 1. To put it in a big assumption, surprise, surprise, Newbie executed their draft continuously, beautifully. And there was nothing CDEC Youth could do about it. So game number 2 draft had to come out best. It wasn't difficult.
Game 1 was a failed all-in from CDEC Youth. They drafted a very desperate lineup. They had no
was it even all-in? Because it didn't seem like there was that big a purpose to it once the slot came up.
I'm not saying it had a big purpose, Toby. I'm just saying it's an all-in. When you draft a lineup which has 1 stun in it, and it's the level 4 poison touch after the slow is done ticking, and then there's a little 1 second stun.
Which was never achieved.
Which never happened, because he has level 2 on poison touch at highest in this game. Then yes, I will say that was a failed all-in. And CDC, they need to get a solid draft off here. Newbie has first pick. Last game, it was CDC first pick, and that is why Newbie changed their draft here. Instead of banning Doom and Batrider, they ban out the Bounty and Batrider and pick themselves the Doom. Oracle still being removed by CDC. Very scared of this Oracle hero, but they don't really get any big pick apart from Darkseer. Darkseer is really great if you're running into an Oracle ban, because now Oracle cannot just simply counter your laning phase.
Very true, very true. But you also have a Doombringer on the field, which can mess with Darkseer a little bit more. And this is Newbie. Newbie love running the support Doombringer. It's easy rotations, and they're not afraid to move away, because obviously there are mini stuns there. So running Disruptor and the Doombringer, there's no straight lockdowns like we saw with Chuan's Lion, but they can definitely combo enough to do the job of the supports.
Yeah, and I'm looking to this. I've been studying a lot of Newbies last 15 games, just looking at different drafts that they have done, and Disruptor is a hero that they love to run. And sometimes they pair it up with the Invoker, sometimes they pair it up with Gyrocopter and Aggression. I wonder what hero they're going to go for. Could even play the Morphling here as well. Pretty good against Darkseer, even though you get a little bit too close for comfort against those Iron Shells.
I know, I'd almost like to see Newbie go with something a little bit more standard, however. I don't think they're really forced to do anything unusual in this game.
Well, that's the thing. Looking at the replays, to them it is standard. They have a very floating drafting style, and that's what I think signifies that Newbie has that top tier potential. A lot of the teams in their qualifiers are kind of one-trick ponies, where Newbie, I really don't think they are. I think they play solid on many different drafts. CDZ getting rid of the gyro, so he's not going to happen. And actually, Naga being banned out. So don't want any of that cheesy song into vacuum into impale combo. Kind of sad. It would be fun to watch.
It would be beautiful to watch. Also, by the way, if you want to help people watch this live stream, you can host up the live stream. Because we're restarting it when it comes up again, you'll have to /host the stream once again. So people like Wagga, for example, who had the stream hosted, it will unhost.
The host will be
but
back.
I believe the stream just went live again, so we do run the normal 5-minute delay and not the completely out of stupid line of 8-minute delay or 10-minute delay that we're running previously. So welcome back to everyone who is on the live stream. And of course the people who are listening inside of Dota TV. We are transmitting audio. That's why our box on the screen is saying that we're transmitting audio.
Yep, it is good.
5 seconds remaining.
It is good, and you know, this game, Juggernaut now being removed. I'm seeing CDC be more careful in the draft now, and they already solved the issue from last draft, right?
Well,
right off
got
the bat.
They got a stun and a hex in one hero.
You know, we already have infinitely more stuns than we had last game. We're fine. We're fine.
It is a very big upside for CDEC Youth. They have a lot stronger laning presence. And actual some gank potential, which works nicely.
Me and Toby are going back to it and just kind of kicking it over and over here, but whenever a team drafts an Ostein lineup, it has so massive flaws. You can just TP out from it, and we saw Kaka do that repeatedly. Sure, sometimes he died, but very often he TP'd in front of 4 people who could not stop him. That is not something we usually see in competitive Dota, especially high level.
Yeah, it's very odd. That's why I think we got so tilted from that.
Yes.
10
And
seconds remaining.
all right, banning out a good control hero here as well. Newbie getting rid of
5
the Earth
seconds remaining.
Spirit. Even though he got nerfed, a lot of teams are still running it and making good work of him.
Reserve
So,
time.
giving some respect. Yeah, I wonder what they want to pair up right now. They have revealed one of their supports and they've revealed their offlaner in Darkseer. Darkseer can go up against pretty much anything, but he needs certain heroes to combo well behind it. And I think Invoker is going to be a high tier hero for both these teams here. Even though he got nerfed, still very, very valid. And Newbie love to run it. They really do.
Yeah, I'd love to actually see that on Moo.
Yeah.
I'd also be very fine with Queen of Pain.
Mm-hmm.
To combine up for the Darkseer. Maybe not so much for Newbie. Like the rotations will be nice, but actually I think CDC Youth might be a little bit concerned about picking up the Quap into someone like
10
the
seconds
Doom.
remaining.
Sure.
But yeah, a combo with the Darkseer.
Oh.
Tuskar is not what I was thinking.
Newbie
That is
has
interesting.
turned
That
to
is very ballsy. Feels to me like a dual lane immediately. And just looking at Darkseer Tuskar
The
combination.
Tuskar Darkseer? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that can definitely pressure a lane. Any form of short range carry, squishy carry, or, you know, even full on melee carry is going to struggle against that.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
Tuskar is not being used that much, and I guess he could
5
work
seconds
with
remaining.
Darkseer.
This is actually the perfect time when I want to see someone like an Invoker up here for Moo.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to fit so nicely into this game. The mid rotation, it looks actually quite nice. And I think a lot of that's going to come down to just how much presence you're going to have from the moving Doombringer.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the Doombringer's already attacking into the mid lane, then the movement from Tuskar, if he does rotate in with the Lion Snowball from behind, they would probably kill off the mid as well.
Yeah. The thing is, they need to put a mid hero that has, you know, I mean, if CDC want to have a mid hero that can kill off mid with a Lion and Tusk gank, you need to have plenty of damage because Tusk and Lion, until they have levels, they don't really deal that much damage on their ganks. They have good stunts though in lockdown, so we'll see.
Okay, I'm just double checking.
I would actually be down to see something like a DPS mid, like even down the lines of a TA for CDC here. With good disables in your team, you can make you know a lot happen with that.
Hello, Doomcore.
Hello to the Wisp.
Okay. So this is when we we start thinking about Bristleback. Seems to be the most popular combination with the IO in China.
Yes, but not necessarily for Newbie. They run Wisp
10
with
seconds
pretty much
remaining.
anything. They have run it with Bristleback in tandem before,
5
and
seconds
it could work pretty well. How does like to play it as well, but they just have so many things they can go. They can even go back for the Weaver if they want to. Oh, now Bristle looks
Newbie's
really good though.
turn to pick.
Because PL, you have a tanky hero that you know can
Yeah.
still operate even if you do get mana burn a little bit.
Interesting to see that they actually picked the PL into the possible Bristol.
Yeah,
But
oh,
it's
Sven.
going to be the Sven. Not really the greatest hero to deal with the PL. Like, his cleave is nice, but
I disagree. I think it's just it's a fine
Newbie's
counter. I
turn
think.
to ban.
the only reason why I'm kind of against it is because I remember casting 3 PL versus Ven games in the
Mhm.
last month, and every single time was the PL kiting out the Sven.
Yeah.
The Sven had a very hard time finding out where the real PL was, and this is primarily
10
after the PL
seconds
already got
remaining.
hot. Like, the Sven can definitely take the PL down, but if the PL gets a large
5
amount of farm
seconds
and becomes
remaining.
very tanky, the Sven, the God Strength just doesn't last long enough. The PL just keeps kiting and kiting and kiting.
Well,
Turn
a
to
Sven on
pick.
his own, I would say, can struggle sometimes in carrying against a PL. But just because he has the Wisp following him around, it's gonna get so much gold injection to his Sven, just bringing him everywhere really quick. It really speeds up the farm, and then it just makes the
10
initiation so much
seconds
easier
remaining.
when you have a lot of items. So I'm thinking in this game it's probably gonna work well.
5
PL is pretty good
seconds
against killing
remaining.
Wisp though. He locks onto that
Yep.
little ball pretty well. Alk and Death
Reserve
Prophet
time.
being removed here. As Newbie think about their last pickup. And it should really
10
be
seconds
It's
remaining.
Moose.
Moose
Do you,
hero here.
you still run the Invoker? Like, are
I
we
think-
still looking towards that? Nope.
Oh, okay.
Tanky, tanky,
Dire
tanky.
team
Yep.
pick.
Going along the fat hero strats. Heroes that are hard to kill. Viper, gonna be their mid. I guess it can be pretty fine to draft a Viper here, because it's harder to counter. I mean, there's very few heroes that straight up win against the Viper mid, and if they just win their lanes, they should be fine behind the back of a Sven. So instead of picking, you know, Invoker and maybe running into some counter pick to it, they just have a solid lineup.
5 seconds remaining.
2 seconds.
Okay, they do go for one of the only heroes that could counter Viper. I'm not saying that it always does, but with Tusk and line rotations, it can definitely do so, because the static link takes all the damage. And Racer Viper, this is TI4, Toby.
Yeah, we were talking about drafts from yay old times. Like when the Weaver picked up that Radiance and Lincoln Sphere bill, it's like, okay, well, we're going back like 3 years for this one.
Yeah.
For this one, we only have to travel back in time about 2.
Yep. And luckily, we don't have the full-on, you know, five-man death ball of that time. But they did ban out the hero, Death Prophet. She was removed.
Oh.
She was there as well. TI4 making its mark.
It's true. That's very, very true. All right. Let's get into the game. Let's get into the game now. This delay stuff. Pick up your heroes. Let's go.
Yeah, we're just waiting for CDEC. This is tactical, very tactical. When the last person picks, then the game is gonna start. So they were just letting demons wait with this hero pick, and
this is the type of draft that I wanted to see from CDEC. Why? This actually looks like it could be a lot better game of Dota than game number 1.
I think it's gonna be hard not to be a better game than that. So I'm very excited for this. Should be
more entertaining than the TI5 Grand Finals. Oh, sorry, TI4.
Yes.
Get the right one from Kiri.
TI5. That's yeah.
Yeah, the TI5 finals were actually quite
they
good.
were pretty good.
Yeah.
Some several $1 million Echo Slams.
The moments. The moments.
I don't dislike it. All right, we see a smoke down here. Aggressive movement, and there's a Tusk, so this could really turn sour for Newbie if they run into this.
Yeah, but Newbie are backed up just far enough.
Oh, Sven's got to reveal the smoke.
He only breaks it on 2, but they didn't have vision when the smoke broke.
Yeah.
And CDEC are going to stick to their guns and keep moving deeper into the Radiant jungle.
Yeah, I like that they don't back off just after that. They realized that there's one guy down there in the tower, but there could be more stragglers here. They get some good wards down, and that is a very sneaky observer ward, in fact. I've not seen that ward used that much, and I've not seen it get dewarded pretty much ever, so interesting spot. And yeah, it's just going to be a bounty rune trade. We did talk about it yesterday on the couch that since the bounty rune changed, that you don't get experience on it anymore. People will prioritize it a little bit less going for it. And I just want to highlight CDC are changing up their lanes here. You see this? It's a mid Darkseer. And it's a safe lane Razor against the Doom. So I think they're getting the better of the lanes here. And we'll see if Newbie want to react or if they're going to stick with this. I mean, Viper is still fine against Darkseer mid, don't get me wrong, but it's just that Razor, I think this pairs up better than Doom just eating the Iron Shell creeps on top. That would not be nice for them.
Yeah. So they just try and get the maximum efficiency out of all their lanes. And having like the PL versus this event on that bot lane, it almost feels like also quite an even matchup until the rotations. Maybe this is also the other upside for it. The fact that Demons as well as Victoria, they can rotate pretty easily into the mid without being scouted out, because Newbie committed both their observer wards to watching the top lane movements. Yeah. They're expecting CDEC wide to rotate their supports from their top lane, so now they have no information about this whatsoever.
And we see just some threat of the tether Sven running out, but Tusk is not scared of this. He's just staying close to the neutrals being killed, getting some experience at least.
Well, that's his job. Annoy the living crap out of Chuan if possible, and then at the right time rotate over, and then go for this kind of gank over on top of Hal. Snowball is available here from Victoria, so he'll ball himself forward. The tether is up as well. So Kaka puts himself between the rest of CDEC's offlane.
Yeah, he doesn't actually mind taking a little bit of damage here on the Wisp, because then he can heal up his vent, so he's just playing very aggressive with the harass. That 47 base damage doesn't really do too much.
I actually think he wants, completely wants to take that damage, because he wants to pick up the rune in 15 seconds time, but he's taking no damage. So running these bottle charges, he can't even heal up Hal at this point.
It's a fine balance though, because if he gets a little bit too aggressive, then maybe he will take all the damage at once, and Wisp level 1 doesn't really survive that easily.
Looks like CDEC is going to control the rune anyway.
They realize against the bottle you kind of have to.
So haste stream for Demons. Victoria kept body blocking him the entire time. Now how? Like, there's no real opportunity to instantly just nail them. Because you're still running tri-lane versus tri-lane, so a haste rune over on Demons doesn't really achieve that much. It's just almost like a poised threat. Because the same as mid, like, you're not expecting any kills to happen here in mid, but big props to Moo. Look at the denies on this lane. He's making it very, very difficult for the Darkseer to get, like, good CS out of this lane.
And look at his skill build as well. He puts 2 points in Nether Toxin because he knows he doesn't really need to max out anything else. And last hits is everything he cares about. And yep, it's going to be hard for Darkseer to get a lot of CS. He does start using the jungle, but this is basically a free farm lane for Moo mid. If he doesn't get ganked, he's going to be fine. And how do you gank him? It's going to be ultra obvious as soon as the Lion and Tusk leave. Yeah. So, yeah, there's not much to do here.
And that's because of the pressure too, which is being applied on that bot lane. Like, Hound's staying very much up in the face of CDECY here. So when they do move off, even without that Observer Ward, like, that I was mentioning previously, the fact that Newbie committed most of that vision to the north.
Yes.
They are still able to understand, hey, these guys are missing from the lane, because there's always, like, they're always forcing presence to be on the lane by CDECY.
Yeah, and CDECY, right now, they just want to get level 3. Wow, they're going on Demons, actually.
Do they have enough damage for this with the snowball? Protection's there, and he actually boulders him over to the Centaur over on the side. But this opens up a little bit more for the PL to attack into Kaka. After Doppelganger himself away, they're going to glimpse him back in again, however, with the extra stun. Hal still being impaled up there by Demons, and the damage, the PL, he has stick charges, he won't survive through this, the Thunder Strike is going to be enough, one more attack, 2 will do it, and now the stun, is it going to be there? There you go. The damage is enough from Disruptive Storm, and CDECY's aggro tri-lane is unable to claim the first blood.
I mean, they have a hard aggro tri-lane to play. I mean, Lion doesn't do much until he has level 3 at least in terms of damage. Just 80 damage on the stun, and the Hex is nice, but in a tri-lane versus tri-lane, it doesn't do that much. Wisp getting scouted here by Tusk and Darkseer, in fact.
He wait? Okay, he was waiting until Chuan was in range from the tether to. Okay.
I'm not sure about this. This is not going to work, I think.
It's almost like CDECY, like, well, hang on, remember the rules. Like, with an aggro tri-lane, we're meant to have the advantage in kills, right?
Yeah.
So let's just keep forcing it until we find a kill. If things go horribly, horribly wrong, that's what happens. What else do? We rotate a level 4 Darkseer down to the lane. Darkseer is 2 full levels behind the Viper now.
Well, you have to compare the Darkseer to the Doom, basically, at this point, because the two of them are playing the similar role. Because Viper and Razor are just free-farming their lanes. They have the same CS right now, in fact. And it's just a matter of who can get more out of the jungle, out of their rotations. And right now, Darkseer's, you know, roughly same level. We'll see if Doom decides to do a gank or if he's going to try and jungle and go top again.
Here's our TP to mid.
Oh, there's a lot of experience top, actually, so Doom needs to take that.
I like how both the supports... Okay, so CDECY going to TP in. Looks like they're doing the bottle thing.
Yeah, but look at Chon. He has read this. He's already here.
That's the beauty of it. But what he might not be able to read is the smoke maneuver. So Victorian Demons going to head down south. So they actually moved into mid lane behind the tier 1 tower to come back to the lane they began in. And now the smoke's going to break as well because Hal's doing the pullover. They put down a fresh observe ward so they see Hal. He'll be in range for both the lance and the snowball. Kaka with the tether. They turn for the double stun. Where's the support? It's coming over, but it might be too late. But no, it's here. Moves there at the right time. Demons will tick out. They actually try and glimpse him back out. But the dive from Amy, he's underneath the tier 1 tower. Moo's already picked himself up a double kill. How is low? This Sven will finally go down because Inflame has joined the fight too. Everyone's come to the bot lane. He's dealing out too much damage. Moo must disengage.
It's a party on bottom lane. That works out actually decent in the end for CDECY. I mean, yes, Moo did get a double kill there, but they also lost the Wisp and the Sven. So... I don't know. I'm not saying that it was a clean win for CDC, but it worked out better than I thought.
The downside would be the fact that the lanes now, like, KP is able to go back into that top lane. So he's having more fun up there. Demons just has to leech the experience. He can't battle up against the Doombringer.
That is true. That is true. But, you know, at the benefit of not losing your carry, the PL is still alive, whereas the Sven died. So
true.
It's a little trade-off.
There's a lot of truth to what we're saying.
Yes, all truth. No lies, guys. And Doom does have his level 6 ready now, so if he can get close and personal with this Lion who has no boots, he would gladly do that.
We finally have the lane up in the mid that we were expecting to have. The Razor versus the Viper.
It's the true test.
Well, actually, is it? Oh, maybe Razor was just there while he was passing through to hit. Yeah, he's just there to pass through the top lane.
Well, he's acknowledging that Doom is getting too much on his top lane, so maybe if he actually
then no one's in the mid lane to soak this up.
Yeah, but it's going to be a trade again. I mean, Razor free farming top and Viper free farming mid.
And another smoke to recreate the trial lane on the bot.
Yeah, and Tuskar snowballing in.
Yep, they're going in after Kaka. He waits to get stunned up and have the shards, and they commit the wall too.
Yep, but that's an easy tether. If you don't have Lion there, I mean, Wisp is not going to care.
Yeah,
that does not work.
Lion's too busy trying to get his level 6 on the top lane.
And this is the problem that I see here for CDECY. The Darkseer, yes, he has his level 7 now, and he's trying to make stuff happen with these ganks, but is he going to get more done than the Doom? Because Doom can farm up so easily now. Power Treads, Iron Talon, he's just getting a lot in the jungle right now.
Yep. What do you actually want to see for his item build in this game? Like, should it be like the raw initiation, we're seeing Shadow Blades and Blink Daggers? Or is he more of a utility guy this game?
I think he could go like full-on China tank, like Crimson Guard builds, you know? Just be the one who can go on the front line.
Timing would be interesting because Moo's already, like, he's 300 gold away from the mechs. You may get the mech and Crimson Guard at good timing.
Yeah, and against PL, Crimson Guard, PL and Razor, both of them suffer a lot against that. So it's a possibility. Or you could just go for Blink, you could go for, you know, Shadowblade, Vladmir's. Many options for him right now.
Smoke maneuver towards the north. Chuan, KP.
They
Smoke's going to break and they know even Flame's up there. The problem is they're going to see him. The stun!
Oh, Chuan, he was running too far down. He didn't get the proper read on this.
Oh, that's a kill gone begging. And more fear for Demons.
That was an important TP out. Losing a Razor would have been really big. And a lot of people rotated for that. So this game is already starting out very even. I like the way it's playing out. Actually, in gold, it's dead even at the 9-minute mark. Tells a good story for how this game is going, even with all these rotations. Yeah, Razor just gonna farm up on the mids. Meanwhile, Viper is just getting some jungle. He does have the entire mech completed now, running in towards mid. I think they want to pressure a tower immediately though, because they have the mech timing, and Razor did not opt to go for a mech. And Darkseer is not really at the mech status yet, so they have a window of opportunity right now. They should definitely use it.
Well, where they find that opportunity, the top lane's being harassed in by KP, so Demons can't fight this, and I think he knows it, but KP doesn't want to try his luck too hard on that Doombringer.
Yeah.
And you're still having a good time. Well, actually, then again, you're not really having that great a time on this vent. Like, I was actually waiting for him to play catch-up. Well, with, like, Helm of the Dominator start stacking up Ancients, but this isn't happening. And maybe this actually, like, the other time, like, I don't think you really want... Like, you don't have to Helm Dom build over on Moo.
Yeah.
Like, that was one thing which we did see appear during this qualifier.
Well, Hao is working towards the armlet slowly, but a lot of pressure is on this lane. He's not having an easy time against the PL. The invisible Darkseer farming with Iron Shell. Pretty much revealing what he's doing. Doesn't really matter though. Yeah, and Doom is uncontested on top right now. He's getting a lot up here, and you know, he's 1400 health. He's not easy to gank with that Scorcher.
Does he try and defend the bottom though? That's the bigger question. Like, Kaka's waiting in the trees and has the ability to tether over to Hal.
Here we go.
So they can get away, but okay, yep, Doom. TP's in. Doesn't instantly go for the Doom over on the PL, sees them running out. Triggers up the Scorched Earth, and with the movement speed he's also got from the Devoured Creep. Okay, yeah, he finds the real PL, but it's a little too late.
Yeah, if they had Disruptor closer, maybe they could have made a play for that, but he was busy getting up his level 6. He is now ready for team fighting, but just a moment too late.
Yeah, CDC already backed out.
Much more cautious Newbie in the second game, and well, CDC as well, but they are being the aggressors, I would say, in this game. They are making the most rotations, they are trying to put pressure on the enemy, and that's even when the enemy have mech, so playing a dangerous game.
Yeah, but that's what we were hoping for from CDECY in this series. We didn't get it in game number 1, but they actually come to the plate, and they're able to do as many plays as Newbie, if they obviously have a draft that allows them to execute it.
Well, that's what I like about CDC. Look at them. Again, they smoke up. They just relentlessly want to be the aggressors. They want to be in the driver's seat of this game. And I love this kind of mentality. You know, even if you recognize the opponents had pretty good laning stage, pretty good farm on the Viper, they know they're ahead of the
same path though.
Yeah.
Like, they're coming over towards Kaka. They'll get the Hex, and this time they'll find the kill.
Yep.
but you're really looking to keep this Ven down. You want him to play from behind. You don't want to keep killing off IOs.
Well, sometimes you have to take what you can get. It's very hard to dive in and kill this Ven when Viper and Doom are just gonna counter TP. So I think they're happy with this initiation, and they didn't have to expend the Finger Death either, so they still have this. Also, they almost have Mech now on Darkseer. He's been doing a good job catching up.
Bit by bit.
All adds up mid. Now looking for more. They really play around this Tusk in a very nice way. Like, they just want to make stuff happen. I don't think you dive this Viper though. And they are walking under wards. Being revealed.
Under the obs.
And Newbie just taking it very calm and casual here. Moving in the support mid to be ready for a dive, but they're just looking to farm. They're saying, hey, we don't need to use up all our smokes if you're gonna come to us. So we'll just save it for the mid game.
They should have also scouted out that obs.
Yep. Yeah, they probably would have known that there was an observer after the way Viper played. And now, reaction here by Chuan. He has that ulti.
Yeah, you actually could thank that Radiant Observer warp this up, so they snowball over, but Chuan just puts the ulti down and the wall up.
Oh, God.
Demons as well as Victoria. They can't run out this one, and KP, he just puts the Doom on Victoria, turns on the score shot. The mech will arrive with the tether buff as well.
Oh,
They'll
no,
even
the
glimpse the PL back
Okay,
out,
he gets
but the doppelganger timing is right. So
Yep.
he'll retreat to the tier 1 tower, but all 5 heroes from Newbie arriving on top. They'll take the tier 1 tower after the engagement.
And that's the danger of standing under a smoke and making a rotation from it, or under a ward and then rotating from it.
Yep.
They already used all their smokes, so now it's going to be really dangerous playing this aggressive. And Chon, he was on top of that game, just predicting. And that ulti was beautiful.
Newbie, advantage can start to rise for them. It's been pretty close for majority of the start of this game. The experience advantage actually going the way of CDEC. Why? But with the top tower as well as that fight happening, it starts to stretch up a lot more for Newbie.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's the first tower down of the game, and there's not really any other tower that has been pressured too much. The bottom Radiant tower is being pushed a lot now though. They're not really reacting. Lion walks into Wisp. Solo kill maybe?
Hal's still around with a double stun. They can't finish off Kaka. Support's coming up as well from Mu. He'll slow down Demons, and Kaka, he's straight back into the fight. He was just an ethereal bait, and Viper will take the kill.
That's just adding insult to injury there. Poor Lion, using everything he had, didn't get the kill, and then Viper comes in and just spits at him.
I would say it's salt in the wound, but really, that's something a lot more toxic than salt.
Yeah, it really is. That is really sad, because the level 1 Finger Death is a massive cooldown as well. 160 seconds of not having that. And he panic bought a second magic wand, by the way.
The Lion?
He sold it when he respawned now, but I know what you're doing. He didn't have much else he could buy though, to be fair. He could buy like 6 TP scrolls, I guess. Might as well, I guess.
Oh, mid lane's being pressured. Movement came up from CDEC. Why to try and stop it, but Newbie, they pull off the pressure until their new creep wave will arrive. And they've still got support. Kaka's in the neighborhood. He's got level 6 now, so relocate is on the field. It's taken a while for Kaka to reach this point.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to boot as well, so now he can really just set up a little bit better for his team as well. Some players like to play bootsless Wisp all the way, but now he really has all the mobility. The ulti, the boots, the tether.
It's worth the 400. Those things got cheaper just so
Yeah.
everyone can afford boots.
Ever since they got cheaper, I think you should buy it, even if you want to rush something else. And I wonder what the Viper is going to go for as his next item. I think he should add a Dragon Lance, actually, after this. A casual Dragon Lance is great now for Viper, since it gives agility and strength. It's a great pickup. Extra range is really good, too. And he does the stylish 3-3-3 skill build on Viper. You know, he's like, he wants some of everything. He likes it all.
He's what Australians call an all-rounder.
Yeah, that's him.
That's what it's about. Yeah, you could actually go for... I was thinking about the Manta as well. There's a couple of abilities which wouldn't be too difficult to dodge. It doesn't help up against the raids, however, which is what Dragonlance really does, actually. Yeah, it is actually Dragonlance.
He does pick it up. I think a Yasha would have been fine. The full Manta style would have been pretty expensive, but could have gone into it later in. But the Dragonlance is probably too good to pass up, I think. Ever since that change on the build-up. 15 agility is so good.
Prepare yourself in mid. Chuan's waiting for the perfect time.
It's their time to smoke gank, but there's a lot of people mid.
Hey, here they come. KP just runs in, the glimpse goes back on Inflame, he's locked inside that storm, relocate forward as well,
the
with
dodge.
the Tuskar Snowball, pulls him out of the storm. KP still got that Doom off, keeping the Darkseer out of this fight. Tuskar so low, but retreating back into the jungle. But for everything he did, he couldn't save his Razor, and the PL will also fall underneath the tier 1 tower.
Wow,
Newbie
Newbie.
could look for more, they just need a little bit of vision, and then they could glimpse back, but it's not going to be the case. They take out the tier 1 tower, and damn, they look strong in these fights.
Yeah, really strong. They didn't even take much damage, and that's why I said the Finger of Death was still on cooldown. It's really hard to take those fights. Oh, Demons getting scouted here. Level 4 Glimpse is up.
Wait, that's an Invis IO. You don't see a difference in him. But that's the reason why Demons was not reacting.
Yeah.
And with the double stun, well, that'll help out, but I think Demons also understands he's dead. The mech charge and the surge away from XC, not doing enough. And one bottom lane, because CDEC, they've still got so many players dead.
Yeah, they
Newbie
do.
just rotate down the bottom lane where Howard's already pushing the tier 1 tower.
And
Wait. You did not want to complete this. You did
Oh,
not want to
boy.
complete this. The glimpse.
Okay.
Well, okay. He's actually going to doppelganger and dodge the glimpse, but the support's still here, ready to fight. Hal doesn't have his goal strength. The snowball is up, but Moo on the front lines. Mech now comes back off cooldown. The survivability of Newbie is still so damn high. You back into a 4-man wall, but it's just so
PL.
weak this early on. The PL's going to drop. You actually defuse. It's the Purge inside the Doombringer, which makes it impossible for the Darkseer to escape. Moo just flies out, some toxin
they're
behind
melting.
him. This is a complete disaster. In fact, it's more than a disaster. We've gone into a slaughter factory, and CDEC, you're the meat.
Oh, he's just going. How? He has the armlet?
Oh my lord, GG.
Yeah.
This is something which Newbie actually did against CDEC in their previous game. They actually dove Fountain to try and force out the early, like there wasn't even a racks down, they just dove onto the Fountain to say, you know what, CDEC, this game is over. We are this powerful and you are this weak.
They're such an unstoppable force in this qualifiers. They have not dropped a single game. They go in here to the winner bracket finals and they're just making it look like a walk in the park.
Yep.
They're not even struggling while just dismembering all of CDEC.
Dude, I didn't even think they got to walk in a park. Right now, these guys, they're on like little
They're
scooters.
cruising?
Yeah, they're on scooters.
Alright,
Like, I don't
Yeah.
even have to put their feet on the ground.
They definitely don't have to. Shadowblade now on Doom. I mean, this Sven. I was going to say that it's nice they went for a Blink Dagger first, but he's going to have his BKB pretty quickly after. Or actually going to probably go Echo Saber in this case. It's just looking disastrous right now.
What do you even do against?
And the Yasha is up on the Viper, so he is heading into that Manta
Watch
style
for the
if he wants
relocate
to.
bottom lane.
Yep.
KP's moving forward. He's not going to get the opening he wants on Inflame.
He saw the Tusk and just respects that there could be more people. They didn't really see anyone else on the map, so there could be more.
Now they're going to smoke up. And there's also an Invis Rune in the bottom river. As far as the dive vision goes, they have no observer wards watching this, but Newbie are not taking the chance and just like picking up yet until now. That's going to be in the hands of Chuan.
Oh, this is a good rotation though. They're moving towards top, going for the Wisp couple
Oh, the
here.
observer ward sees him.
Yep.
Kaka also
sees
sees
them.
them. Yeah, he'll lose his
Mid
orbs pretty
lane,
quickly,
Demons is dead. They get him with a Shadowblade initiation from the
okay.
Doom.
That's
Well, that's a smoke that gets a kill. It is on a support, but that's probably still going to prompt a push onto any tower right now. Actually, so much farm on bottom. How is this going to take that first? And it is the Echo Saber he's going for.
so much money. Look, he's almost got a 10,000 net worth lead.
It's just about how fast it happened as well.
Yep.
I mean,
That
it's
arc.
not that they were steadily taking advantage, because we were saying this game looked pretty even, and then suddenly Newbie just flick the switch, you know. They just go and crush everything. I think a lot of it comes down to the Sven and his Sven armor, along with the mech on Viper. They were taking no damage in any of these team fights.
And right now, I almost look at the net worth graph and wonder if like this ... spells out SOS.
Yeah, that's probably it. CDC trying to call for help, but all the other teams are starting to fall out. There's only one more team that could do it, and they're not really here to help.
Well,
They're waiting.
they're waiting to crush CDEC and then have another chance. It's eHome, the third last team
Yep.
in the China qualifier. And now we go again, KP. Shadowblade's initiations is just...
Oh, it's wonderful. It's truly wonderful when you're far ahead as well, because you know the enemy team is struggling to afford wards. They don't have... Oh, they're going with the TP.
They're already relocating.
Oh, they
You gotta
see
know
it.
which one's the real PL. KP, Avagander, and yep, he's found the real one. Hal follows up with a stun, and goodbye PL. He'll bypass the Fusel Blade recipe and the Blade of Alacrity before death, so he doesn't lose money. but he's on the sidelines for 40 seconds.
Yeah, Tusk just looks at him like, I cannot save this. I cannot do anything.
Nope.
And I'm kind of curious about this Tusk play. I mean, the hero does work well if you start getting momentum and taking advantage, but now, this build that he has, Ice Shards and Snowball, no point in Frozen Sigil, it really does nothing in the team fight anymore. Like, apart from maybe zoning the Sven with a good Ice Shards, like, that's all you can hope to do as a Tusk.
Okay.
It is looking grim. Oh, the ward. Good ward dropped here. Sven gets scouted, but
He's already backing up.
Sanshasha on the Viper. As if he could not get more annoying. He could actually go into Skadi as well, you know. It works pretty great now in the new patch, as his poison attack is not an orb at all, or a unique attack modifier, I should say.
How do you even run from that then?
You don't.
Like
You will get put at a very slow movement speed.
The funny thing, like,
Oh, ulti from Tron.
oh, the wall actually got up in time as well, so well, they snowball protect, but this probably just kills the Tuskar as well.
That's probably all it's gonna achieve. Yep.
Another wall.
I mean, Victoria's just going like, I need to save you one of these days. I'm always there, but I just don't have the tools. I cannot save this.
Jack.
And that was a Tron initiation with Glimmer Cape. Not even a Shadowblade Doom or anything. He just strutted in invisible in his Glimmer.
Okay. CDECY are fully aware of what Newbie is doing. What do? You actually don't even have Sigil. I don't even appoint in Sigil to slow down Roshan, not to mention he's dead.
Yeah, that's why I don't like this build actually.
It's he being out.
Important.
But the Shadowblade's already down here by KP. He's waiting for them to come forward. The Dire Sentry was too far away.
Yeah, and now we're fighting into... I'm surprised they put... Actually, Newbie have interesting decisions with who they put the Aegis on. They always go for the guy who's going to be high ground sieging, instead of the guy who might be dying and the important core. Like, I would put it on Sven here, since he's the guy who might somehow get brought down. If they focus Viper, the fight is going to be over anyway, right?
True.
So
Sean's doing it again.
It's just for high ground siege.
Glimmer in. Wait it.
He
Doppelganger was too early,
Oh,
which
no.
means the glimpse is actually effective, and Amy's going to go down.
You can't fail.
Is he actually Ame?
Ame?
Aim?
Amy? You called him Amy.
I called him Amy because I'm like AME.
Yeah, I'm down with
Amy.
that. He's Amy now.
Amy.
Let's call him Amy.
Well, we have Victoria and Amy.
Victoria and Amy.
That's the reason why my brain went to it. But somebody tweet me and tell me what donor if that's not the correct way to pronounce his name.
All right.
Yeah, Smoothwager.
Yep, it's fine. You're killing me, Toby.
I almost feel like you're looking at a Victoria's Secret catalog right now.
Well,
CDECY, a beautiful team, but not a beautiful position.
Yeah, definitely not. They're getting stripped down here as their tier 3 tower is falling. They still have the Aegis on the Viper as well.
That they do. They could just keep going, but why take the risk? Like, you're still 25 minutes in. You're just securing yourself like more and more and more. Like, you can go take out that tier 2 tower. The BKB is done. Practically set now for Hao.
Yeah,
he just needs one more camp.
It seems to me that Hao is just farming big tier items in like 2 minutes. He's like, oh, I need a BKB. Give me, you know, 120 seconds. I'll be back. It's just insane how much they add.
It's not even just him. Like,
yeah, Viper is actually out farming him.
Yep.
It's crazy.
The Viper's got more. The Wisp is actually picking up a full pipe.
Yeah.
So I think he's... Okay, the courier is too laden. They require a second courier.
They need more investments in the Air Force right now. They do.
I require a fleet!
I mean, that's one of the beautiful things to see. Multiple heroes flying in.
It's not enough to be a captain. I must be an admiral.
Yes. Or
admiral
a general.
of my own fleet.
Or a general in House case. Oh, they're
Snowball.
going on a Viper! This is crazy!
Best of luck, boys! He's still got the Aegis the Immortal when you're going on him, and in flame! Oh my! His life! It just ebbed from him.
That's never gonna end well.
GG.
Yeah.
GG.
I feel that they probably accepted their fate, and they just say, hey, you know what, let's snowball in on the Aegis Viper on mid lane after scanning that he has people behind him. This is over.
In the words of Corrupt, it's over. It's over now. Move over. It's Newbie now.
It's all Newbie now.
Oh,
and they are
boy.
undefeated from the group stage through the playoffs all the way into the grand finals of this qualifier. Newbie are saying, hey, we are ready for this major.
You know who this series actually gives hope to? eHome.
eHome.
Because CDECY have to be coming
They
out
look
going,
tilted.
it's going like, what the hell just happened to us?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to put this out of your mind and go up against eHome, who are a team who, like, in their last series are running, like, more interesting strats with, like, the Dro Ranger strat.
And
that's not that easy to deal with, and it's very easy for you just to lose control of the game.
it's not even just that as well, because this is a game where only number one matters. This tournament is all about getting number one. So going into playing against eHome, they still need to think, we have to somehow beat Newbie after this.
Yeah.
You know, like, you have to take it one game at a time, but that's still in the back of your head.
You actually feel almost sad for them because with also the way the schedule works today, like, you got to play the winners bracket game, then you got to play the lower bracket game. If you win that, then you got to go into the other game.
I mean,
that was a potential. Well, hang on. With the best of 5,
yep,
and then the 3, and then the 3,
yeah,
you could do the math. Like, you're looking at like 11 games in total.
I mean,
to try and play out. Like, that's a long, long day of Dota.
That's the winner's advantage in this. To my knowledge, there's no upside to coming first in the grand finals, but you do get a rest.
I almost
and
feel
that's
like
that's a big advantage.
I kind of feel like you get a lower bracket advantage.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you're not instantly into the grand final, but if you lose in that winners bracket, you're going through a very long day of Dota.
That's true. It could be a little bit tactical, you know. Maybe eHome,
eHome
tactical lower
lost.
bracket. Doing the EG strat, you know, cruising.
Life is going to be easier in the lower bracket, right?
It's so green over
less,
there.
Less pressure.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. We get to watch them first. No, I think eHome are they're smiling right now. They're pretty ready for CDC.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so we'll have a break. We'll be coming back. CDEC, why going up against eHome? Will the Dro Pickers...
He really wants it.
Will they be able to push themselves through and battle up against Newbie? Or will we actually have CDEC have a rematch after what was a disastrous winners bracket final? Stay tuned. We'll find out.